Om Shruti Smriti Purana Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururapmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad-vyapta-dehaya Dakshina-murtaye Namaha Sadashiva-samarambha Shankaracharya-madhyama Asmadacharya-paryanta Vande Guru-parampara Sarva-vedanta-siddhanta-gocharam tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham. Acharya Adi Shankaracharya has introduced now the topic of Bhakti after completing the section on Adhikaritvam. And Acharya says, Moksha Karana Samagriyam Bhakti eva Gariyasi. That is, Bhakti is the highest and the supreme sadhana for moksha. Now, we know that there are so many expressions of Bhakti that we have seen. Arupa Bhakti, Aneka, Ekarupa, Nishkama Bhakti, Sakama Bhakti, Artha, Artharthi, and Jignasu Bhakti. So many we have come across in the Gita. So many modes of expression are there. And what Bhakti is Acharya speaking about here? And that definition we saw also, Swaswarupa Anusandhanam. And in the 30th shloka. And in the 31st, Acharya modifies it slightly and says Swatma Tattva Anusandhanam. So which means self-inquiry. Atma Vicharaha. Now, for this Atma Vicharaha, what must we do? This Mumukshu must approach a Guru. Prajnaha Guruhu, Brahmavid Uttamam Guruhu, and the Guru is going to unlock the Shastras and guide the Shishya through the stages of Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, leading to Jnana Nishtha, then Jnanameva Mokshaha. Now, if the question is asked, why is Bhakti Gariyasi? You know, the highest and it is the supreme sadhana. So remember the very second verse of Atma Bodha, the same Acharya Shankaracharya says, Pakasya Agnivat. Now, if you have to cook something, you know, we buy provisions, vegetables, then we have spices, oil, vessels, gas, everything. And then we cook it on the fire. Now, what is it that cooks the meal directly? Pakasya vannihi. So, fire is called the direct means for cooking a meal. And all the other things are accessories. They're all necessary, but they are not sufficient. So, we call avantara sadhanani or indirect means for cooking. So, another related example we can say is, again, we have all the vegetables and everything. We sort it out, we clean and cut it and cook and serve. But what is the one thing that appeases my hunger? Eating. So, eating, Swamiji would say, we take 2-3 hours to do all this and we eat in 2 minutes. So, we should slow down, chant a lot of prayers, enjoy the meal with the hands, and not have gadgets around, So, just as eating alone appeases the hunger, satisfies me instantly, and fire cooks the food directly. So too, this bhakti in the form of Swaswarupa Anusandhanam or Atma Vicharaha alone is the Gariyasi Bhakti, is the supreme Bhakti. No? So this is what the Jnanis do. The Jnanis are 24/7 doing Atma Puja. You know, that shloka comes to our mind. Dehaha devalayah jivo devas sanatanaha Ajnana nirmalyam tyajet soham bhavena pujayet. So the shloka says that this deha, the body is a kshetram, the heart is the temple, and the jiva is really the devaha. And who's the deva? The Shiva Tattvam seated in the throne in my heart space. Then Ajnanam Nirmalyam Tyajet Soham Bhavena Pujayet. If you go to any kshetrams, Shiva kshetram, there will be an early morning Spatika Darshanam, they will say, very special, without any alankara. No? So what they will do first, they will remove the nirmalyam, faded flowers and leaves will be removed, and then maybe some vibhuti alankara may be there, So like that, these jnanis, they do ajnanam nirmalyam tyajet. They remove the ahankara, I, me, my notion as, as the obstructions. And how do they do this Atma Puja? Soham bhavena pujayet. Soham bhavena saha aham. So through the Jiva Ishvara Aikya Jnanam, pursuing, gaining self-knowledge, the Atma Jnanis are doing constant puja. And the same idea is expressed by the same Acharya in Shiva Manasa Puja. Atma Tvam Girijamatihi Nidra Samadhisthitihi Sanchara Padayo Pradakshinavidhi Stotram Sarva Giraha Yat Yat Karma Karomi Tattadakilam Shambho Tavaradhanam. So Acharya says that, all the time we are doing Atma Puja, and you, O Shiva, you are Atma, Parvati Devi is Matihi, intellect. Whatever I do, enjoy walking. My walking is your pradakshina, my sleep is your samadhi, and whatever I enjoy is like Naivedyam for you. So, like that, that is the ultimate jnana bhakti, and which Acharya introduces in this text, Viveka Chudamani. And so, jnana meva moksha. Now, does that mean that other bhakti practices, I go for Balaji Darshanam on Saturday, I do Amavasya Tarpanam, Paurnami Puja, they should be dropped? No, they're all important, they're all, necessary also up to a certain point. But the Saguna Bhakti should pave the way to Nirguna Jnanam, Atma Jnanam. So, in this very text, Acharya has said, what are all these practices about japa, parayanam, puja, and saguna brahma dhyanam, everything? Chittasya shuddhaye karma, natu vastu upalabdhaye. Not for vastu jnanam, but they prepare the mind wonderfully for one to be prepared for this Atma Vidya. That was what we saw. And the Swatma Tattva Anusandhanam is a more precise definition of bhakti. Self-inquiry means what? Atma Vicharaha. To gain the knowledge of the Atma Tattvam and by approaching the Guru. Now the question is asked, why should one approach a Guru? Is a Guru necessary? Definitely. Rukarastandakaro vai rukarastanivartakaha andakara nirodhitva gururityabhidhiyate. So the very word Guru is the remover of ignorance, darkness. So we see how a Guru is essential in any discipline of Aparavidya, dance, karate, sports, management, yoga. All of these we need a guide, a Guru. And what to speak about Paravidya, which is Ati Sukshmam and Aprameya. So there's something that we cannot tangibly know or see or perceive. So a Guru is definitely needed. So then, and that is why Upanishad also says, Acharyavan Purushaha Veda. So that Purushaha who is Acharyavan, that is who has a protecting, guiding care of an Acharya alone knows Veda. And then Atmavid Shokam Tarati. And the one who has gained the knowledge crosses over all sorrow. Then we saw in the next shlokas, the descriptions about a Guru. Now the question may come to one mind that should one seek a guru or should one wait for the guru to come to one? This doubt we may have had, no? Both will happen. The only condition is Shishya should be ready. Yeah? So here also Acharya says, may one become a Ukta Sadhana Sampannaha. All these Adhikaritvam qualifications, no? May we focus more on developing those qualities and may one become a Tattva Jignasahu. That is, instead of Arthakama, I have to do pariksha, self-examination, and now pursue dharma more for the sake of moksha and developing the mumukshutvam especially, then definitely both will come together. Like it did for Arjuna. Karpanya dosho pahata svabhavaha prichhami tvam dharma sammuda chetaha yatsyaat shreyas nishchitam bruhi tanme shishyasteham shadimam tvam prapannam. So when Arjuna intensely wanted a guru and the Shishya was born in him, then the guru has to manifest. So that was, the case in the Bhagavad Gita. Then, a doubt may also come that what will happen when we approach a guru and we start the Atma Vichara. Bandha Vimokshanam, Acharya has said. No? Yasmat Bandha Vimokshanam, freedom from the bondage. And Acharya also explained briefly that this bondage is Ajnana Kalpitam. It is imagined. It is notional. Only then it can go away. But that will happen eventually in time. Yeah. So when a Shishya consistently does Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasnam, then the Guru's grace will unlock the Shastras for the Shishya. And only a Sampradaya with Guru will have these tools, the Prakriyas, the Drishtantas, the stories, which make that easier to understand. And so, a lot of changes will happen on a very subtle level for the Shishya who does consistent Vedantic Shravana. The attitude changes, the perception changes, priorities will change. No more Arthakama, parties, this, that, social functions will reduce. We may lose some friends in the process, but now it will be a more focused pursuit. Yeah, priorities will be clear. Then perception. And we are going to develop the Sukshma Drishti also. The Advaita Sukshma Drishti instead of Namarupa Dvaita Drishti. Then attitude, of course, Ishwararpanam, everything, and Prasada Buddhi, all that is there. So even the values, attitudes, everything undergoes a change. Not only in the life of the Shishya, but in his mind, in his home, in his family also. So the Shishya who does a constant Shravanam becomes like a magnet, no? And Mundaka Upanishad says that the one who pursues Atma Jnanam, 7 generations in the past will be benefited. They will gain the punyam and 7 to come. That is the mahima of being a mumukshu. And of course, when we do Vedantic Shravanam, our own adhikaratvam will also improve. Will be sharpened. Viveka, Vairagyam, Shatka Sampatihi, Mumukshutvam, all that will become more and more fine-tuned and more sharp. Then we saw what are the qualifications of a guru. That was mentioned next. And there we saw a number of qualifications in verse number 33. So let us briefly see that verse. Shrotriyaha avrajinaha akamahataha yaha brahma vittamaha brahmani uparataha shantaha nirindhanaha ivanalaha analaha ahetuka daya sindhu bandhu anamatam satam. How many qualifications? I think 9 or 10. So, the commentator here has Chandrasekhara Swamiji of Sringeri Mutt says, earlier we came across that word Brahmavid Uttamam. that word alone is sufficient for a guru. Then why should we get into so many qualifications of the guru? And the commentator adds, for our clarity, so that we may understand that the guru is like this, the guru is like that, for more clarity. But just that one word, Prajnaha or Brahmavid Uttamam, best among the knowers of Brahma, or the one who is a Siddha Prajna, whose wisdom, knowledge is abiding and total, that is sufficient. But here we have a list. And Shrotriyaha. Shrotriyaha is the one who is a Sampradaya with Guru. The one who has done Shravanam as a Shishya to his Guru or her Guru. And only a Shrotriya Guru can guide us, through the prakriyas, through the logic, through the maze, or the Aranyam. Shastra is Aranyam. How are we going to navigate through the Shastra? Only a Guru, like a lighthouse, can guide us in that. In fact, Shankaracharya has said somewhere else, Asampradaya with Guruhu Murkhavat Upekshaniya. Very strong statement. Acharya says, the Guru, that Guru who is, a new age Guru, or a self-style Guru, or modern, internet Guru and all, but who don't have a Sampradaya to back them. Murkhavat Upekshaniya. Let us do Namaskara and walk away. And they may be inspiring, but they cannot unlock the Shastras in the traditional manner intended. What is the vision of the Shastras? May not be clear. May not be clear for that Guru to communicate. So that is very, very important. Shrotriyaha Guru. Then Avrajinaha is free from Papa. So there we saw the meaning is, this Guru is an embodiment of all the values and attitudes that we come across so often, Amanitvam, Adambitvam, Daivi Sampattihi, and who is just always purely embodiment of Dharma. Akamahataha is the one who is not tormented by desires. No raga dveshas, no, and he is not hataha by kama. Why? Atmani eva atmana tushtaha. So in the wake of the fullness, the Guru has no raga dveshas, is all accepting, all accommodating, and very, very peaceful. And as Krishna has said in the Gita also, by doing anything, I don't gain anything. By not doing also, I don't lose. Nothing to gain, nothing to lose. Yeah, because infinite remains infinite. So that's the rupa. When it is gained, then such a one is a akamahataha. Then we saw Brahmavittamaha. Same meaning, Brahmavittamaha, the best of the knowers of Brahma. Brahmani Uparataha. Uparamanam is withdrawal. So the one who is Atma Samstam, abiding always in the vision of the Atma. The Jnani clearly sees Ahameva idam sarvam. He has that sukshma drishti, samam sarveshu bhuteshu tishtantam parameshwaram. That is the same tattvam. Parameshwaram is seated equally in all the beings. In all the perishable upadhis, there is the imperishable tattvam. So Brahmani Uparataha, such a Jnani. And then Shantaha. Shantaha is very peaceful and contented, like Nirindhanaha Analaha, like the fire which has subdued, consumed its fuel. And another beautiful analogy is Apuryamanam Achala Pratishtaha Samudraha. We saw the example in the Gita, chapter 2, that the Jnani abides as the ocean, just as the ocean is steady, with a steady depth, and any amount of rivers flowing in or water evaporating makes no difference to the ocean depth. So too, the Jnani is steady and calm and contented, Shantaha. Whereas we have periods of Shanti. Yeah, when a storm subsides, argument ceases in our homes, then there is Shanti. Then again, next time, argument. But when this vision is there, when the vision of Atma is there is a steady background Shanti for the Atma Jnani. So it is not a vikshipta manas. Vikshipta is scattered, multitasking mind. The mind is atma samstam. We saw one shloka in Triptrishya recently. Yatra yatra manoyati tatra tatra samadhyah. So for the jnani, wherever the mind goes, it may be some vyavaharika situation, it can be some daivik situation, but it is samadhi for the Atma Jnani. Why? Because the mind of the jnani has shifted away from Dvaita Buddhi to Advaita Tattvam. So that Tattvam remains in the foreground for the Atma Jnani always. And plus the Nama Rupas in addition are appreciated as the glory also. Then Ahetuka Daya Sindhu. Ahetuka Daya Sindhu is again describing the Guru as the ocean of compassion. And a compassion which is motiveless, without an agenda, unconditionally given. Now, in the world, what do we see? Somebody who is related to us, or a dear friend, or somebody known to us, we may extend a compassionate hand. No? Or in general, we can do some seva, some donation, some help to remove some suffering somewhere. But here it is Ahetuka Daya Sindhu because the suffering of the Shishya is Ajnana Kalpitam. It is imagined. It is not really there. So the Guru comes down to the level of the Shishya and assumes the problem of the Shishya and then proceeds to clear the mind of the moha, the shoka, the ragadvesha, and finally Ajnanam. For just like we see for Arjuna, all that Krishna does for Arjuna. So Ahetuka Daya Sindhu, these gurus, they are like the sun and the moon and the whole nature. The whole nature is in the giving mode, yajna mode, offering, nourishing all the time. So in fact, one Shastra says that we are all born for this purpose only, not to consume at all, but we are born in a certain family, a certain yuga, and a certain situation in order to contribute. What can I offer? That is the idea here. And then finally, what was the last quality? Bandhuhu anamatam satam. Anamatam are for those, Satpurushas, for those people who are surrendered. This Guru is a Bandhu. Actually, the Guru is well-wisher for the whole world. Always the prayer will be the Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. But those who especially approach the Guru and who surrender with humility, Shraddha and Bhakti, then the Guru will, of course, take an extra interest in that Shishya and proceed to help the Shishya. So those who are surrendered means those Punyatmas who are qualified. Those who are qualified alone, the Gurus will give this knowledge. Otherwise, it is like scattering seeds in a barren land. It will not bear fruit. So the Gurus will guide the seekers in the way that is most appropriate to them. To one seeker, the Guru may say, I think you should get married. To another one, will say, you join the long-term Vedanta course. And to the third, you do japa and you do Parayanam. So it depends on the degree of mokshatvam, degree of qualification, the appropriate guidance will also be given by the Gurus. But all stand to benefit. Okay. Now we come to the shloka of today. We have seen the qualifications of the Guru. We have seen the qualification of the Shishya, Adhikaritvam. Now, what should be the attitude of a Shishya who is approaching the Guru? That is the shloka number 34. So let us review the shloka here. Tamaradhya Gurum Bhaktya Prahva Prashraya Sevanaihi Tamaradhya Gurum Bhaktya Prahva prashraya sevanaihi.
Tamaradhya gurum bhaktya prashraya sevanaihi.
Prasannam tamunuprapya
Prasannam
pritchet jnatavyam Together. Tamaradhya gurum bhaktya
prashnaya sevanaihi. Prasannam tamanuprapya
This we can now connect to that shloka in Bhagavad Gita. Tatvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. So what does Acharya say here? Tam aradhya gurum bhaktya prahva prashraya sevanaihi prasannam tam anuprapya prichet jnatavyam atmanaha. Now, who's the tam? Tam gurum. So tam gurum. So the guru that was just now praised by these 10 or 11 qualities. Prakyaha brahmavid uttamaha na akamahataha ahetukadaya sindhuho tam. That tam gurum. Dvitiya vibhakti. Now the Shishya has to approach the Guru. How does he do that? Aradhya. Aradhya means having done Aradhana. So having done Aradhana means approaching the Guru with an attitude of Shraddha, Bhakti and humility. So Tam Gurum Bhaktya Aradhya. Bhaktya Aradhya. Even in the Mundaka Upanishad, no, remember that shloka? Tatvijnanartham gurumeva vigachet shrotriyam brahmanishtam samitpanihi. So, in the Vedic period, the Shishyas would approach the Guru with samit in the hand, faggots, firewood. Yeah? And that is now a symbol of bhakti, of humility and surrender. And to announce to the Guru that, I need your guidance, I surrender to you, I have an open, willing mind, I trust you. All this is there in that word bhaktya. So, tam gurum bhaktya aradhya. In fact, the Shastras have laid out, very precise instructions how to approach the Guru, where to stand, in what posture to stand, how to address the Guru, all that is there. And we see that in the ashrams. No? So, how do we approach the Guru? We approach generally with flowers, with a flower mala, we do sashtanga pranams, no? Then most of us would stand on the side, yeah, and wait for the Guru to be free. The Guru may be busy, maybe having diksha or writing a letter of invitation for some temple or some admission letter for a parent, or busy on the phone. So we cannot barge in and interrupt the Guru. So we have to wait patiently, and that can easily last for 2 to 3 hours. I remember Nani talking, you are not guaranteed, those minutes with Swamiji. You have to come and wait patiently. But the initial steps are we will do a namaskaram to the Guru. No? Namaskaram to the Guru and then be patient. If the Guru asks, Enapa, Enama, then you grab the chance and say, Swamiji, I would like to discuss a few things. Can I have a moment with you? And then the Guru will call. So all that is included here. Now the long word there, prahva, prashraya, seva, it's all, 3 different words. Now prahva means the posture of humility. No? So we obviously our body also will show that humility. There'll be a slight bend, And have you seen how the people will hold their hands also in front of the mouth, Yeah. Yeah, they'll say adiyan, adiyan, some paramparas will say, because, they don't want even that breath to, kind of pollute. So they will, request that panivu, that humility, vinayam is all pointed out here. Prahva is to show the humility by bending, by namaskaras or folded hands, no? Then prashraya is showing the same humility with the words. No? Patiently waiting till one is addressed or when the guru is free, then you speak a few words. No? And Swamigal, oh Mahatma, oh Guruji, can I say something? Can I put a question? You have to ask permission. So sometimes, in foreign countries, it's possible that some people say, Hi, Swamiji. It's possible. And I have a doubt. Can you clarify this doubt? No, we can't send WhatsApp messages or just call up the Swami. So all these are, Shastra Vidhi. Protocol is there. That is mentioned here. Prahva, Prashraya, to show the devotion, the attitude of surrender. Then Seva. The Seva, Guru already knows, who is doing Seva and who is not. So, those people, some may be looking after Chhatralaya or doing some project, helping, assisting the Guru, or typing some questions and answers or script. So, Guru knows that. So, by all this, what will happen? The Guru will become Prasannaha. Prasannaha. Not that the Guru is not Prasannaha otherwise. Guru is always Prasannaha. But especially, we have to make the Guru Prasannaha. By all this is pointed out by the Shastras. Yeah. So, winning the confidence and of the Guru is mentioned here by the attitude. And this is what Gita says, no? Tatvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. May we ask the appropriate questions at the right time. At the right time, and first do pranipata. Humbly do namaskaras, and then by seva. All this thing, same thing is repeated here. Prahva, prashraya, sevanaihi. By all these, that prasannam tam gurum, the pleased Guru, anuprapya, having approached. Then what would the Shishya do? Prichet. That's the verb. Prichet means may one ask, may one inquire. So ask what? Are we going to ask the Guru to solve our personal problems? Swamiji, my in-laws are really bothering me. Or, financial problem, medical problem, my the children, that is a problem. Or Shani Dasha. I am under this extreme Shani Dasha. Kindly help Guru. I am helpless. Suggest some pariharas. Are we going to ask all these? Actually, people do. Because the Guru is Mata, Pita, Bandhu, everything. No? So, whom else can we approach? So, I have seen this with my own eyes. How is few minutes for all kinds of help, and Swamiji would not turn away even one of them. Oh, medical, operation, surgery. Okay, we'll sign a check. And then you want admission for your kindergarten child, then call up somebody in Chennai. Yeah, so everything will be addressed. If it cannot be done right away, then ask somebody else, delegate the help. But here we are seeing what we're going to see the verses. It is a Tivra Mumukshu who is approaching the Guru. And in fact, Pujya Swami has also told us that yes, people come to me for all kinds of trouble, including marital problems. And Pujya Swamiji is so unconditional, so compassionate, and he will advise each one of them. But he will say that when you can have that infinite, Atma Jnanam from me, then why should people approach me for lesser things in life? Why settle for splinters, glass pieces, when you can have the diamond? Atma stands for diamond. Okay. So that is the thing here. Prichet. May one approach in a very humble, devoted manner and ask. Ask what is pointed out in the last word. Jnatavyam atmanaha. Jnatavya means that which is to be known. Known about what? Not about the government, about the weather, about world politics. Atmanaha. about oneself. What is the nature of I? So, kindly describe that. Ask about what is it that is this precious Atma Vidya that is to be known by me. Kindly tell me that. So this is the Shishya's attitude pointed here in this shloka. तमाराध्य गुरुं भक्त्या प्रश्रय सेवनैः प्रसन्नं तमनुप्राप्य पृच्छेत् ज्ञातव्यमात्मनः. Next. Now, so we have seen that the Shishya is now going to ask also about help only, take refuge, but wants refuge from the worldly samsara, the samsara of the world. So what exactly does the Shishya ask is pointed out in the next shloka number 31. Let us read that. Let's chant the 35th shloka. The long meter, can you see that? Swamin namaste nataloka bandho.
Swamin namaste nataloka
Karunya sindho patitam bhavabdho.
Karunya sindho patitam bhavabdho
Mamuttara atmiya kataksha drishtya.
Mamudara atmiya kataksha drishtya
Rijvyati karunya sudhabhivrishtya.
Drishyati karunya sudhavrishtya
Swamin namaste nataloka कारुण्य सिंधो पतितं भवाधौ मामुद्धरात्मीय कटाक्ष दृष्ट्या ऋज्व्याति कारुण्य सुधाभिवृष्ट्या. See, this is all about kataksha. That kataksham Guru Parvai has to fall on everyone, including those attending in Zoom. So now, here the Shishya, how is the Shishya going to address the Guru? Yeah, there are sambodhanas here. Hey Swamin Namaste. Hey Nataloka Bandho. Karunya Sindho. Patitam Bhavabdhau. Mam Uddhara. Atmiya Kataksha Drishtya. Richvya Ati Karunya Sudhabhi Vrishtya. I am sure you all can understand the general meaning. So this is how the Shishya, who is a Tivra Mumukshuhu, who has done Pariksha of the Lokas, is going to address the Guru. Hey Swamin, Swami. We say Swami. In fact, in Vedic times, all the Purushas were addressed as Swami only, and ladies as Devi. All very respectfully and with adoration, But here it is the Guru. So Swami is in the idea of the one who is a master of oneself is a Swami. Even husband, is called Swami because he is the Griha Swami, master. Hey Swamin, Namaste. Shishya says, first is Namaskaram, Namahati. Then the second Sambodhana is Nataloka Bandho. Anantanatha Dina Bandho Radhe Govinda. We have these songs now. So Bandhu Shabda Sambodhana is Bandho. And Guru is a Bandhu to the Loka who has done Namaskaras, surrendered. Nataloka Bandhu means the one who is the friend to those who have surrendered. We have seen this word earlier also. Surrendered and who are qualified to receive the knowledge. What is the third Sambodhana? Karunya Sindhu. Earlier we saw Daya Sindhu, Ahitaka Daya Sindhu. Now Karunya Sindhu is, Karunai Kadal. That is the ocean of compassion, Karuna. Same meaning, Daya Sindhu Karunya Sindhu. Then what is the Shishya asking? Mam Uddhara. Lift me up and out. No? Mam Uddhara. And why? Because Patitam Bhava Abdhau. I have fallen into the Abdhi. Abdhi means ocean. Yeah. But is it a real ocean? Yeah. Bhava Abdhi. Bhavabdhau. Saptami. I have fallen. Patitam Mam. I have fallen into this ocean of samsara. So you can see the Shishya is helpless and is struggling. Maybe the Shishya has tried everything, gone to astrologers, some pariharas were done, the pradakshinas and abhishekam, yatras, then gone to doctors, gone to elders, advisors, but now ultimately realize that this is something one cannot solve by oneself. I am the problem, I am the solution, right? So the Anatma I is the problem, and Atma I is the solution. But who will give me Atma Jnanam? Guru. So I have to approach the Guru, and this is what the Shishya has done. He Swamin, he Nataloka Bandho, he Karunya Sindho, Mam Patitam Bhavabdhau Uddhara. You lift me up and out of this ocean. Narupam asyeha tatopalapyate nanto na chatirna cha sampratishta. In 15th chapter, Krishna explains the same bhava, the samsara, with the help of the vriksha analogy. And says, we cannot know when this vriksha began, where it ends. Its rupa is not known. So, Shishya is in that position. He says, I am drowning in this ocean of samsara. There's constant tension and stress and conflict and raga dveshas. And momentarily I surface. Some peaceful moment comes, some joy, and again I'm plunging into all the anxiety. What will happen tomorrow? Why did I do this? Why did I not do that? So my mind is so troubled. I don't see a solution. But the Shishya has a confidence that Guru will solve the problem. And so this is what he describes. Patitam bhavabdhau ma uddhara. Uddhara is a kind of a command, So the Shishya asks the Guru to lift up. Now, how? Even that the Shishya is going to tell. How is the Guru going to lift out the Shishya? Atmiya kataksha drishtya. Atmiya means yours, one's own. Huh? So one's kataksha drishti. Now what is kataksha? Yeah. Kataksha, have you seen the dancers? They will do kataksha, the side glance. Vara drishti, parvai. Side glance. No? So we've already seen, the Shishya is probably standing at the side of the Guru, not in front. No? Because that is considered too bold to stand in front. So the Shishya is standing very humbly and waiting by the side. And now he says, let your kataksha drishti fall upon me. Atmiya kataksha drishtya. By that kataksha, you are going to lift me out. Mam uddhara. And in the Advaita Makaranda, beautiful text of Lakshmidhara Kavi, one author, Advaita Makaranda means the honey of Advaita. So there the prayer verse is Kataksha Kirina Chanta Naman Mohaptaye Namaha Ananta Ananda Krishnaya Jagan Mangala Murtaye. So the author is praising Krishna, Jagan Mangala Murti Krishna, and says, Krishna, your sideway glance, Kataksha, is enough to evaporate and empty the ocean of samsara. What to speak about Purna Drishti? Yeah, Dikshitar and all, they have composed songs, on this. Annapurneshwari, Vishalakshi, Akhila Bhuvana Sakshi, Katakshi. Oh Devi, your sideway glance of compassion is enough, and that will burn away all this dushkarma and this papa, the conflict, the fire raging in my heart. So, with that bhakti and humility, Shishya has approached, and he says, by your kataksha, you can dry up this whole ocean, O Guru, Mohabdi, and you can lift me out. In Anekati also, I have seen there is a great value for the Guru Parvai, the drishti of the Guru. So they will bring even the horoscopes of newborn babies, marriage invitations, admission letters, all kinds of property deeds and wills, just so that Puja Swamiji can glance on them. So on the Parve Pattale Poram, when the Guru will look, even we, we had some issues with land and building. So we took the papers, I remember my father showing the papers. And then Swamiji will study it very, very religiously and say, nadako, nadako, or he'll suggest changes. And then he'll say, oh, the horoscope is fine. Some little health problem will come, but it'll be okay. So it is believed that the Guru Kataksha can even remove obstacles, obstacles and smoothen the Jiva Yatra for that Jiva. And people will bring their wedding cards and, or hall tickets, for success in their exams or whatever, prayer, shreyas. That is the value for the grace of the Guru. Now, why is it so? I remember in a long-term course also, all of us will be waiting and ready for that few seconds of that look which Swamiji will bestow upon us. The Swamiji will, look around, there'll be a sweeping glance so that in order to bless all the students studying in the long term. But occasionally that look will rest on one person, and then you can see that whole compassion flowing through the eyes. Is it not? That the eyes are the window of the soul. So when that kataksha is there, then it is as though there will be a Satya Sankalpa in the mind of the Guru that may this person be blessed. The seeker, whatever is obstructing his growth in life, may that be removed. And that Satya Sankalpa will come true for that person. So we would all wait when Swamiji is going to look at me. Yeah. So many songs are there, no? So that is mentioned here that even your kataksha can do wonders, and can definitely lift me out of this ocean of samsara. So atmiya kataksha drishtya mam uddhara. Then what else? The last word is rijvya. Rijvya. Now, the word Arjuna. Arjuna means the one who has Riju Bhava. Riju means sincere, commitment, straightforward. So here again the Shishya is telling the Guru, Rijvya, you bless me directly. Yeah. Even though Kataksha Drishti is there, but you bless me directly with the teachings. No? You have the power, you have the compassion, your Sankalpa can do anything. So Rijvya. Then the word continues, Ati Karunya Sudhabhi Vrishtya. So you have Ati Karuna. You have Ati Karuna. And what you should do, Abhivrishti. Abhivrishti means shower, downpour. So you shower upon me the Karunya Sudha. Sudha means Amritam. Amrita, the nectar of compassion, may it be showered upon me through your glance of compassion. So, O Guru, hey Swamin, hey Nataloka Bandho, hey Karunya Sindho, just look at me with your sideway glance of compassion, and that is Rijvya. Rijvya means it is direct. Yeah, direct path. Give me the direct path and shower upon me the amritam of knowledge or compassion. In other words, simply bless me with your vision. Meera's song, remember? भवसागर सब सुख गया है, फिकर नहीं मुझे तरनन के. मीरा के प्रभु गिरधर नागर पलट गई मोरे नैनन की. So Meera says, I was intimidated by the ocean of samsara, but now by the grace of Guru, I find that there is no ocean of samsara. Because palatti gai more nayananaki, and I have gained the vision. Atma Anatma Viveka, and the whole ocean is dried up by the compassion of the Guru. So that is the, the powerful, and I've also seen that the Guru Drishti is so powerful, like a laser beam. When you enter into the Guru Sanidhyam or the Kutya, and it is like, you're being examined with a laser beam. Your past, your present, your futures, all scanned by the Guru. They know where you come from, what are the limitations, what are your potential, what are you going through now. It is as though they know everything. They can read minds, they have that power. And that is the power of that Atma Balam, the tapas. And so the Shishya is asking for that only. One glance of such a powerful mind can just burn away all the Stapatrayam that I'm going through. That is the glory of a Sadguru. That is why in our tradition, all of us, we seek the satsang with Mahatmas, just to be in their presence for 2 minutes, to touch their feet, to offer them anything, we are purified. So even the steady gaze of Ramana Maharishi, how steady it is. People who sat in his presence, all their doubts vanished and they were at peace. But when they left, then of course the Jivatvam will be back. And that is why that continued teaching is important, that Upadesha or abiding clarity. Now let us chant the shloka again. स्वामिन्नमस्ते नतलोकबन्धो कारुण्यसिन्धो पतितं भवाब्धौ मामुत्तरात्मीयकटाक्षदृष्ट्या ऋज्व्यातिकारुण्यसुधाभिवृष्ट्या. Now next shloka is again the Shishya is going to specifically ask. The next shloka is number 36, no? Yeah. Now the Shishya is going to describe the intense samsara in the next shloka, no? And we can imagine that this is no ordinary Shishya. It is a sadhana, chatushtiya, sampanaha, tivra, mumukshuhu who has approached the Guru. And the next shloka is also in the long meter. And what does the Shishya say? Durvara samsara davagni taptam दोधूयमानं दुरदृष्टवातैः गीतं प्रपन्नं परिपाहि मृत्योः शरण्यमन्यत् यदहं न जाने दुर्वार संसार दवाग्नि तप्तं दोधूयमानं दुरदृष्टवातैः गीतं प्रपन्नं परिपाहि मृत्योः शरण्यमन्यत् यदहं न जाने. दुर्वार संसार दवाग्नि तप्तं. Samasas. दोधूयमानं दुरदृष्टवातैः गीतं प्रपन्नं परिपाहि मृत्योः शरण्यम अन्यत् यत् अहम न जाने. So now, just like Arjuna, this Shishya is in a very helpless position, clueless, without any direction, acutely aware of the samsara, like Arjuna in chapter 1 of the Gita. And so, Durvara Samsara Davagni Taptam. The verb here in this shloka is Paripahi. No? Paripahi means protect. No? Protect me paritaha, from all sides. Protect me totally. Paripahi from what? Mrityoho. Paripahi mrityoho. Mrityoho is in Panchami. That is from death. Now, is there anybody who can prevent us from dying? So here, what is the meaning of mrityu? Ajnanam. So that which is the cause for mortality, yeah, for the samsara chakram, the samsara where one is born again and again, that is meant here. Mrityoho paripahi, protect me from the samsara dukkham, ajnanam eva mrityuhu. This ajnana mrityuhu. And this ajnanam is due to deha abhimanaha. So remove this ignorance, O Guru, and bestow me that amritam, the knowledge of the self, self-knowledge. And because I have taken myself to be anatma, I am suffering as a jiva, going round and round, drowning in this ocean of samsara. And now, in the first line, the samsara agni is described. The previous shloka, remember, had abdhi, the ocean of samsara. But now, the agni is described, the fire. What kind of fire is it? Davagnihi. Davagnihi means a forest fire. Sometime back we had a raging fire in California, isn't it? A lot of property got destroyed, and even the firefighters could not do anything because once the wind comes and fans it, then there is no hope. People just have to evacuate and flee. That is called Davagni. Then Samsara Davagni. Now the Shishya says, I have daily stress, conflict, BP, tension. I'm taking so many medicines. There's no solution in sight, and I'm attacked from all directions. Paripahi mrityoho. Please protect me and save me from this samsara davagnihi. And I am what? Taptam. Tap means to burn. Tapta means I am roasted in this tapatrayam. No? Tapatrayam are the three fires, threefold fires, centered on oneself, the mind, basically. No, we're not talking about physical problems here. Psychological problems. Psychological problem, there is no limit to it. Then Adi Devika, Adi Bhautika is all there. So, yeah. So, this Ajnanan, this Tapatrayam, this is like a forest fire and it is fanned by the wind and it is Durvara. Durvara means difficult to put out. It's a small fire, then the wind will be more powerful and put it out. But if the Agni is powerful, the wind will join the Agni and it will make it even more conflagration. So that is the first line. Durvara samsara davagi taptam. No, intense description. Then dodhuyamanam. Dodhuyamanam means I am trembling. Trembling and shaken. Shaken by what? Duradrishta vatehi. Vata is wind. By the winds of misfortune, of duradrishta. Duradrishta is difficulties, difficult situations, choiceless situations, my own prarabdha. By those winds of the papa karma, whatever I may have done in the past, I am now dodhuya manam, trembling, shaking. And so bhitam means afraid. Yeah, I am filled with fear. But I am prapannam. Prapannam is I am surrendered. In fact, true surrender can only come from helplessness. Otherwise, we try to solve our problems ourselves. Is it not? Then sometimes we get into a messier situation. Yeah. So, this is the Ambhitam, Prapannam, and Paripahi Mrityoho. Yeah, I am surrendered. You have to protect me. So, this is the situation of the jiva, who's tossed up and down in the ocean or who's fried and roasted in this Davagnihi. Remember, there was an analogy from the Bhagavatam, talking about a man who's running from the tiger and he falls into the well. And from the side of the well, there is a branch coming out. So somehow he touches the branch and he does not fall into the well. And the tiger is looking from the top. Melapata tiger. And when he looks down, there is water in the well, but there is a crocodile. It's a huge well, you have to imagine. Then the root is very tender. and there are rats biting the root.
I think you showed us. Yes,
There is a picture also which I could not locate today. So the two rats, a black rat and a white rat, are biting the root. And then on top, slightly above the branch, there is a beehive, and the drops of nectar like bee is dropping down. And what does the jiva do?
He wants to drink that.
He's stretching out the tongue and enjoying the drops of honey. Yeah, and the bees are swarming around his head, and because they don't want to give out their honey, so he's surrounded by problems. No? So the explanation is also given. Like the tiger is time, and crocodiles are all the sharks are the raga dvesha, eating away the mind. And the rats are day and night, cutting short the lifespan. And but they're enjoying the momentary happiness, that is the honey. Yeah. So that is why the Shishya says, Mam Uddhara, you lift me out. And the commentary also says, by the Kataksha. Kataksha is like a long rope which the Guru will now extend to the Shishya and pull the Shishya out of this drowning situation. That is the idea here. In the last quarter, Sharanyam Anyat Yat Aham Na Jane. Any other source of comfort, protection, refuge, I do not know. No? Aham Na Jane. That is, you are the only one who can help me. Yeah. So, now which Guru will not help such a Shishya? No? So, when there is true surrender, then the Guru will feel that pain, feel that suffering, and proceed to clarify his doubt and remove the moha. Chant it again. Durvara samsara davagni taptam दोदूयमानं दुरदृष्टवातैः भीतं प्रपन्नं परिपाहि मृत्योः शरण्यमन्यत् यदहं न जाने. Now, the next shloka, we will briefly see this and then conclude. Number 37. Shanta mahanto nivasanti santaha.
Shanta mahanto nivasanti santah.
Vasantavallokahitam charantaha.
Vasantavallokahitam charantah.
Tirna swayam bhima varnavam janan. Tirna swayam bhima bhavarnavam janan. Ahetunanyanapi tarayantaha. Shanta mahanto nivasanti santaha. Vasantavallokahitam charantaha. Tirna swayam bhima bhavarnavam janan. Ahetunanyanapi tarayantaha. Again, we find a description of the Shishya or Acharya also we can say. Shantaha Mahantaha Nivasanti Santaha Vasantavat Lokahitam Charantaha Tirnaha Swayam Bhima Bhavarnavam Janan Ahetuna Anyanapi Tarayantaha. That's how we will break it. So now the Shishya is implying that I am being roasted, I am drowning in the ocean, but you are Shanta. Now, oh Guru, you have also surrendered once upon a time, and now you are Shantaha, peaceful. Now you are stable, you are contented, and hence you are Mahantaha. Mahanta means Mahan Atma Yasya Saha, one who has Mahan, mind, all inclusive, all accommodating, relaxed, non-judgmental mind. Can only be the mind of a Atma Jnani, the great one. And people like you are Santaha, Satpurushas, no? They are Mahatmas, Nivasanti, they are present. And What is their presence like? Vasantavat. Lokahitam charantaha. Vasantavat means like the spring season. Yeah? Even Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita, remember, in the Vibhuti Yoga chapter says, Masanam Margashirshoham Ritunam Kusumakaraha. I am the spring season. So the great ones are like the spring season. No? Why is the season chosen? Now, you all know perhaps that we have Shad Ritavaha, 6 seasons, no? 2 months per season. So let's start with Vasanta. Vasanta is spring, then Grishma summer, Varsha monsoons, then Sharad, which is right now autumn, then Hemanta is a pre-winter, and Shishiraha is winter. I don't think there's Shishira in India. there is only one season in India. Taptam, taptam, taptam. Hot, hotter, hottest. But of course, in the north, it does get cold. So when the commentary on this part is that in every season, except spring, you have some problem or the other. Grishma, everybody wants to go to Ooty, Kodaikanal to escape, and we are drinking buttermilk and coconut water, and we're really burning, in this, and sunstroke. Then Varsha Ritu, monsoons, no? Flood situation will be there, internet instability, trees are breaking and falling on wires, power cuts will be there, mosquitoes will be there, viral infections, and goes on. Then Sharad. Sharad Ritu, that is now, is change of weather. No? So whenever there's a change of weather also, there's likely to be Vata doshas. Yeah? That cut sound will come in our joints. And then Hemanta, Shishra, as the weather changes, then cold, cough, and all these situations. But Vasanta Ritu brings color, love, life, joy in the air. But having said that, we find that even Vasanta Ritu has problems. Doctors tell me sinus problems, asthma problems, pollen allergy, this allergy, but minimal. So the great ones, Mahantaha, Santaha, Shantas, Gurus, are like the joyful, colorful season of spring because they spread joy and happiness. Then Tirnaha Swayam, Bhima Bhavarnavam, Anyan Janan, Ahetuna Tarayantaha. So they have themselves crossed, Tirnaha, they have crossed this ocean of samsara and now Tarayantaha, they help us, all the others, out of their unconditional, motiveless compassion, cross too. Cross what? Bhima Bhavarnavam. Bhima also means a terrible one. That's why Bhima, the one of the Pandavas, means fearful. So this Bhima, this fearful Bhava Arnavam, the ocean of becoming. Ocean of becoming, the wise ones, and they help us cross. And that is a brief meaning here. So, you see that how systematically the Acharya is unfolding the route, route to moksha. And says, whoever desires freedom, has to go along this route. Yeah, freedom from samsara, that is suffering or moksha. One has to attain the sadhana chatushtayam, with all the necessary disciplines, especially mumukshutvam. Then become a jignasu, and then approach a shrotriyam brahmanishta guru with shraddha, bhakti, and humility. Then begin the shastra vichara, do swaswarupa anusandhanam, and then guru will guide through shravana manana nididhyasnam, and then we gain jnana nishtha leading to the moksha phalam. So this is the route. And how does the guru actually help the shishya? There's another beautiful analogy in the next verse which says, as in the daytime, how our earth is scorched by the sun. Not scorched, but heated up, day temperature. But at night, the moon will completely cool it down with the soma. That is what the guru does. First, the guru will reassure the shishya who is so afflicted and in pain. and Prahasanniva Bharata. Tamuvacha. We see Krishna also, no, smilingly. First, he will assure Arjuna that you relax. Leave the job to me. I will do the job. So, this is what the great gurus do when we, out of bhakti and surrender to their grace and ask for protection. ॐ पूर्णमदं पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ